You're taking a piss now, aren't you? It's great. The more you clap, the less I've got to do. Fucking brilliant. Here we are in the heart of London's West End. Thanks very much for coming out here. We have an empty chair there. Where is this person? Toilet. There's no need to abuse them, is there, really? Should we wait for... Are they with you? Are they with you? There's nobody there. Well, we've established that, thank you. Fuck me, Mystic Meg lives, doesn't it? There is an empty chair. No one is there in the empty chair. This is brilliant. This is fantastic. West End, all that stuff. Ooh, posh. I'm from the East End. Got through the roadblocks, managed to get here. Yeah. And check my accent at the border. You're a Cockney? Yep. Fuck off back there. You can't. Not allowed up here unless you're driving a cab. That's where you go. Actually, this is the good thing about the West End is like this is the place to go out, isn't it? The West End. It is the place. There's so much to choose from in the centre of London, right? Because I don't know if you've ever been out for a really good night out in the West End, and you go to like Leicester Square, right? And you go clubbing and something, and you come out of a club maybe 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and you're a little bit pissed, right? And you start thinking to yourself, time to start making a move home, right? Bit pissed, and you think to yourself, black taxi, bit expensive, and just at that point, the bloke with the wide eyes turns up. Minicab. And you might as well be saying to you, I'm going to murder you horrifically in a dark alley. And you're thinking, yeah, but £3. I'll risk my life for a bargain, fuck it. Black taxis, can I ask this question? Am I the only person who sits in the back of a black taxi and watches the meter click round? After a while, you become obsessive with it. You know, it's like you're going, click 20p, click 20p, and your wallet's going, get out of the cab. Get out of the cab. Click 20p. It's not right. It's not right. And so after a little while, it becomes your own little Hitchcock thriller, doesn't it? You sit there, you've got the driver's eyes in the rearview mirror looking at you, looking at the meter. And the fucking door's locked now and all, don't they? I'm just waiting for the sleeping gas to come in, you know. And they just go up into... There's something about the taxis, or the black taxi, that you have to tip the driver, all right? Now, obviously, the easiest way of tipping a driver is you just round up to the nearest pound. So isn't it a bastard when you're nearly home and it goes, click, £7.20. And you're thinking, fuck it. That is an 80p tip. That's the biggest possible tip I can give. Rather than do that, you tap the window, don't you? And you go, keep driving, keep driving. You'd rather go half a mile past your house, get it up to £7.80, give me a 20p tip and fucking walk home, right? That's the way to do that, you know. And they talk as well, don't they, taxi drivers? You get in, as soon as your arse hits the seat, oh, I've had a really bad day. And you're thinking, I don't give a fuck about your day. I'm paying for you as a driver, not Oprah Winfrey, right? Move on. They just talk, don't they? And I think, why don't they invent a system, right, where the driver's mouth is wired up to the meter. Every time he opens his trap, knocks 20p off the fare. Then it's his choice then, isn't it? You know what I mean? Get in a cab, you can have a laugh then, couldn't you? Sit down, let him go 50 yards and go, cool, this neighbourhood's changed, isn't it? Fucking bastard. Have you seen that sign in the back of cabs as well now? Black taxis, little sign that says £25 if you're sick in the back of the cab. And what I find is, I've never quite got enough money to have a go. Driver, he thinks he's done you up, doesn't he? Don't say nothing about having a shit though, does it? I'll just pull my trousers up and go, that's a freebie. Yeah. That's bad though, isn't it? Got to use black taxis, ain't you? Can't use minicabs. They are shit, aren't they? I can never get in a minicab the rest of my life now, can I, for saying that? They are shit, minicabs are shit, right? I got one again from Leicester Square one night, got a minicab, right? Driver was crap, had to give him directions. I mean, eventually we found his car. But here we are, it's a very hot day. We've had a hot day, I've got to have a drink. 2 reasons I've got to have a drink. 1, because it's a hot day, and 2, I've had that bug going around. Anybody had it? No? One bloke there, medical student, checked everybody on the way in. Yeah. No bug there. No, I've had it really bad bug. There's no polite way of putting it. I've had the shits, right? So I'm massively dehydrated. And it's like, you know when you have really bad shits where you just can't get out of the toilet? You know what I mean? Like, you're going back to the toilet for the unnamed amount of times, right? You're going back for about the 58th time. You just go in it, you're sitting there and you think, oh, fuck. I don't remember eating this much in my fucking life. After a while, you're just starting to implode, aren't you? You know, you're sitting there going, surely that's a lung, I need that. You're just in there dying on the toilet, right? You spend so long in the toilet, you're paying fucking council tax on that toilet, right? You're in there, and my mate rescued me with this medicine, right? And he brought this medicine around, and it's stomach medicine, right? You know stomach medicine, it's always like chalky, pinky kind of stuff, right? And it tastes horrible, but it works. And it says on the bottle, warning, may darken your stool. So I bought 4 bottles, did all my furniture. Can I ask this while we're in the subject, right? On the subject, whatever you want to call it. You know when you go to a poo, right? you go and you sit down, don't you? You sit down for your poo. I'm assuming you all sit down. Some of you take a run up. Yes. Beat that, Backley. So you sit down for your poo, don't you? And you sit down, you think about it for a bit, and then like suddenly, boom, you do your poo, don't you? You do your poo, and then straight after the poo, tiny bit of wee. And you're thinking, hang on a minute, that wasn't the transaction I came in for. I distinctly remember I just came in for the poo. That wee should not be there. That is a stowaway wee. That wee has hitched a ride on that poo. That's what you do, you just sit there, it's like, so you do your poo, and it's like, a little bit of wee. And you know, it's sit and wait a bit longer. Tiny bit of wee. Little bit more wee. Itsy bit of wee. And you're thinking, I reckon that's me done. Stand up, little bit of wee, fuck it. Bastard. We did this tour all around the country, right? And Pete is my tour manager. He organised the whole tour. It is an example of Pete's organisational skills, right? Saturday night, Brighton. Sunday night, Aberdeen. That takes some skill, do you know that? I think he was running a small courier service on the side, right? They all sit down, yeah, here's a parcel, don't say nothing, fuck it, right? And we went to Wales as well, Aberystwyth and Llandudno, right? And I don't know, we had the Romans invade England, obviously, back in the day, and they gave us a lot of straight roads, they knew what they were doing. I don't think they got as far as Wales, right? Because there's no direct route from Aberystwyth to Llandudno. You'd be better off, like, swimming in the sea, just jumping off the coast and fucking swimming round the outside. Because this is it, like, say, this is Llandudno here, right? That's Llandudno. Aberystwyth over here, right? And this is the Welsh road builder must have gone Llandudno, Aberystwyth, Llandudno. Got to get there, from here to there. Right, here we go. Oh, there's a valley. Sing, boys, sing. I just don't understand it at all there. And as soon as you go over, have you ever driven down the M4 to Wales, right? But you go down there and you cross the border and then the signs change because you'll have Cardiff and then the Welsh underneath. Cardiff and underneath, they just have two things for everything. Cardiff, Swansea, bollocks, it really is. I don't believe anybody here speak Welsh? Fuck, we've got a Welsh speaker here. How would I say hello? Hello. So basically what you're trying to tell me is you pinch some of our fucking words. Where does hello in English come from? I think you'll find I'm asking the questions. You're not telling me it came from the Welsh. You're not trying to... Where did hello come from? Are you asking me? Well, I better throw it open to the audience there. Anybody here? All I want to do is a gag. I've got a fucking CV coming at me. But anyway, did the tour, brilliant. Loads of late night driving as well, which is fantastic because you can listen to late night DJs who are the best DJs ever. And the reason I love them is because they're on really late at night, right? And they must sit there and they must think to themselves, every so often about 3:15 in the morning, a bit of panic creeps in where they suddenly go, nobody's listening to me. It's 3:15 in the morning, everybody's asleep, I'm babbling away on my own. But they could check it, couldn't they? Very easy. Just play a record when it finishes, go, that was the B-52s with Love Shack. Wanker. Straight away the phone goes, did you just say wanker on the radio? Yes, are you a listener? No, I'm another late night DJ, good idea. And what is it as well with the stations? Because you have all these local stations you have to tune into, right? And you drive hundreds of miles down the motorway, you lose one and you pick up the next one. And you start up somewhere like Newcastle, it's quite hard up there at Newcastle, so you get things like Viking FM. Then you go south and it starts to soften up a bit, doesn't it? Until you get to Aylesbury and it's like, Duck FM. Radio Duck. We're all quackers here. No, you're all wankers, that's what we are. We drove all around the country, went to every town. Every town we went to, I asked this question, I said, you got speed bumps here? And they are everywhere now, speed bumps, right? Except for Tunbridge Wells. Gets to Tunbridge Wells, 1,000 people in the theatre. Said, you got the speed bumps here? 2 people went, yeah! 998 went, where? So it got me thinking, that means that like, most of the people who drive around Tunbridge Wells going, what's wrong with my car? It's a nightmare with speed bumps though, isn't it? Speed humps, they call them now. They used to call them sleeping policemen, but they found people didn't tend to slow down for a sleeping policeman. That's just too good an opportunity to miss, isn't it? He's asleep. Shh, top gear. And reverse and finish the job. I just don't understand. They've invented cars that go from like 0 to 180 miles an hour in like 1.5 seconds, yeah? Cost you 35 grand to buy it, and you're reduced to driving around town like this. Feel that suspension. What a car this is. All these speed bumps are really going to screw up detective films in the future, aren't they? The car chase sequences are going to be shit, aren't they, you know? They come out the bank. I've got the money. Go, go, go. Quick, the cops are coming. Oh, we're fucked. He's on foot. Now get this, right? Not only do we have the speed bumps now, but we have the speed cameras as well. Surely they're fucked up there. Right, because we've got the speed bumps to stop you driving fast and the speed cameras to catch you speeding. Clearly, the old Bill think there is one geezer driving around in a fucking hover car. It's costing us a fortune, but we'll have the bastard, we will. It's ridiculous, isn't it? So if people, I don't know if everybody drives here, right? I'll explain the way it works, the speed camera. If you're driving down the road very, very quickly, there's a camera stationed at the side of the road. If you're too fast, click, takes a photo of you, your car, your registration plate. A few days later, lands on your doormat, you've been nicked for speeding, banged to rights, nothing you can do about it. But if this happens to me, I'm going to challenge this in court. I'm going to go to court, discredit the evidence, win the case, get the cameras taken away. Because what happens is this, right? You've got your picture of your speeding car. Now, there's a basic flaw here, isn't there? It's a still picture of your speeding car. So you turn up at court, somewhat confidently. Judge goes, I've got a picture of your car doing 54 miles an hour. You go, that says maybe, Judge, but surely that nun walking along the pavement behind is doing at least 110. I think that works. There's a way of beating the speed cameras. Need the mic stand? I need this to demonstrate this. And he's away, because I don't think speed cameras work as a concept. I don't know what you feel about that, right? Because speed cameras now, that is a speed camera at the side of the road, right? We've had it there, we've had them about 6 years now, right? Speed camera at the side of the road, 6 years it's been there. Fucking hell, we don't know where they are. Right? 10 yards either side of that camera, safest piece of road on the fucking planet. 11 yards, the start of a massacre. We all do the same, don't we? We're driving down the road and it's like this, right? Yeah, that works, doesn't it, you know? And they put a sign at the side of the road to show you where the cameras are. They're just making it too fucking easy for us now, aren't they? Have you seen the sign, right? The side of the road, it's like a white sign, and in the middle, a picture of what looks like an old box brownie, right? And I was thinking, is that what the old Bill have got? None of this high-tech shit. It's just a cop at the side of the road with a black hood over him like that. Can we have the van in a bit there, please? OK, way to beat the speed camera. It's very simple. It's this, right? What happens is this. You're driving down the road, and you see a little sign at the side of the road. It says speed camera. You think, oh, better slow down, better slow down. But you don't have to. Using my method, you can speed up. Going to get away with it, right? What you do, wind your window down, like that, right? Elbow on the windowsill. Tilt your head, ear roll job, like that, right? With your other hand on the steering wheel, you get a book out. You drive through, click, does you? Turn up at court, judge goes, you were doing 54 miles an hour. You go, fuck off, judge. I was parked up. Tell me if it works, by the way. And it's a weird thing about late night driving. You drive fast, you want to get home. You want to get home, you're tired, you want to get home, don't you? So you're going along. I don't know who drives it, like I said. You're driving along, you're doing 95. You know the speed limit is 70, but you're doing 95. Nothing around. Doing 95. Suddenly you come to some roadworks, and it says 50, 50, 50. But you don't slow down to 50, do you? You slow down to 70. Because you sort of censor yourself, you edit yourself, don't you? You think 95, 50, fuck it, even I think that's taking the piss a bit. I'm prepared to meet them halfway. We just get it into our heads. If we just break the law a little bit, it doesn't really matter. It's like mugging a geezer in the street. How much you got? 20? I'll just take 5. I was taught to drive by my dad. Anybody here suffer this? Yeah? What was my dad doing teaching you? Just kidding. We wondered where he was. And my sister, she's 37, she's learning to drive. My dad's teaching her, right? That is a big mistake. Whoever's been taught by the dad knows the mistake that is, right? Because I remember with my dad, it was like this, like, hold on, easy, easy, calm down, hold on, steady, slow, slow, no prize for first place, easy. Second place will do, slow it down, easy, easy, calm down, hold it steady, easy. I said, Dad, can we get in the car? Can we get in the fucking car? I failed my driving test so many times, right? First time I failed my driving test was because the driving examiner didn't have a sense of humour. You know what fun-loving guys they are. Well, we come out to test centre, I'll crack a little gag, he fails me. Simple as that, right? We come out to test centre, he says, Miss Hurst, can you read that registration plate over there? I said, well, over there, yeah, from here, I was blind as a fucking bat. Second time I failed, I actually got in the car. I saw that as a plus, right? We're driving down the road, he goes, in a moment, Mr. Hurst, I want you to turn the car around using forward and reverse gears only. And I said, well, what the fucking hell else am I going to use? Right? Sitting there with the windows going, no, it's doing nothing, this mate, is it, you know? Headlights, we're not moving! Last time I failed my driving test, I had the driving examiner from hell, and he had the voice to go with it. Right? So I'm driving along and he goes, in a moment, Mr. Hurst, I will strike the dashboard. Or when I strike the dashboard, I wish to perform an emergency stop. Picture, if you will, visualise the scenario. And I'm thinking, hurry up, run out of fucking petrol. Visualise the scenario we're trying to achieve here. That a small child has run in front of the car. Small headless child. With no feet or body. Fuck it, run him over, do him a favour. Visualise a small child running in front of the car, thus you perform the emergency stop. So I'm thinking, okay. So I'm watching, I'm ready, I'm playing it cool, I'm driving like that. And he's sitting next to me, and he's doing every trick in the book. He's going. I thought, I've got your card marked, Sonny Jim. All of a sudden he went, wallop! I went, perfect emergency stop. And then I got out of the car, I went, oh, you little fucker, I know where you live, I'm going to tell your mum and dad. I passed eventually. I finally passed, and then I entered what my dad calls the joys of motoring, right? Which basically is vast expense, is what he's talking about, right? Because you get these cars, right? And they're not, you buy second-hand cars, don't you? And you're out there, and you've got a second-hand car, and it's a bit knackered, but you're staying with it. You're staying with it until the winter time comes, and then you cuss it big style, don't you? Because you go out in the morning, don't you? Oh, fucking hell, man. And you talk to it, don't you? Come on. Come on, girl. Come on, girl, you can do it. Come on, baby. Your girlfriend's going, don't talk to me like that. And it won't have it, will it? So you think, right, I don't know nothing about cars, but I'll show willing. So you go around the front of the car, don't you? And you lift the bonnet up, don't you? And you get under the bonnet, and what do? You touch things. That's all you do, you just touch things. You just, oh, that's metal, that, isn't it? It's definitely metal, that. Like, ding, 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 that's a rubber tube. Look at that, it's a rubber tube. You're just touching things like that, right? And then you have the cheek to think, that might have done it. This isn't car maintenance, is it? This is fucking faith healing, isn't it? This is the laying off of hands, you know? You're like, I have the power. And your car's going, I'm going to make you walk again. So what do? You have to take it to the car mechanic, right? And this guy's going to rob you blind. You know something about car mechanics? They never exhale. Have you noticed that? You know what I'm talking about, don't you? You turn up with a car, he looks at you, he goes... I reckon at the end of a day's work, these geezers go... That's all they do. And you know, every time that guy breathes in, that costs you another 50 quid. I had a car mechanic with asthma. I lost my house. So, were you told about the questions? Were you told you could ask questions? Yeah? Good. We'll come on to that in a memento. Basically, I'll brief you on it. What happens is I'm going to throw it open to you, and you can ask questions of me. And you can ask questions about anything you like. You can ask questions about the news, you can ask questions about me, anything you like at all. You can ask questions about somebody else in the audience. You know, you might be sitting there thinking, oh, she's nice. Lee, is she single? That kind of thing. If you've got any problems that you want to share with us that I can maybe solve, or perhaps other people in the room can solve, do so. That is the way it works. Now, what I did notice when I was on tour and I was doing this, I say, if you've got a question, put your hand up, ask a question. People were reluctant to do that. They thought, if I put my hand up, he's going to take the piss out of me. Right? So I evolved this tactic of what I would do is I would go to the back of the stage, turn my back on the audience, and then what happens is this. You ask a question, I don't know who said it, we carry on from there. And it's nice and simple. You're covered, no way me knowing who did it, right? Look, I ain't got fucking mirrors there, I say, right? So that's what I do. I should point out though, when I did this in Swansea, right, when I turned around, they'd all fucked off. I don't know how they did it, you know, nobody said, quick, let's get out of here. But I did hear some people going, so So I just take a stroll to the back here, to the back curtain, which is here, the back of the stage. Oh, that is lovely, that is. Oh, that's a nice bit of schmutter, that is, yeah. This is that really, oh, there's a hair. Fuck it, I'll have that. Well, it seems a shame to waste it, doesn't it, you know? Could you imagine having to iron these? That'd be a fucking nightmare, wouldn't it, you know? Get a job in the theatre. What's your job? Oh, I'm applying for a job as the ironer. In you come, you bastard! You'd have to abseil and iron at the same time. But what this is that really nice material. You know when you touch it and it's like got a funny feeling on your hand? And the reason I love this material, I used to have a shirt like that, right? What it is you wear these sort of shirts with that sort of material, and if you're in a pub, right, and somebody, packed pub, busy pub, people walking past, and what happens is, like, a woman might go past and she'll go, excuse me, like that, and she'll touch it and she'll go, oh, that's really nice. That's really very nice. And you get like a free feel. It's great, right? So I've had some pants made out of it, and that's the way. So I'm going to have a sip while you mull it over, and then you can chuck out a question at me. If I hear anybody going, cla cla cla. What football team do I support? This is going to come as a bit of a major shock here to the people in this audience, is that I know fuck all about football. I'll be entirely honest with you, I really know fuck all about it. I know I'm on, they think it's all over, but you know what it's like when you go for a job interview? You fucking lie. I really don't know. We had Teddy Sheringham on our team once, right? They put me in Teddy Sheringham, and I worked out that he was a footballer, but I didn't know who the fuck he played for, right? And I wouldn't ask, right? Because if somebody asked me and I thought they didn't know, I'd lie. Right? And I thought somebody might say, oh, Teddy, yeah, he plays for Fulham. Then I'll be on the show going, you know what, Fulham? And he's going, what? So I just kept it quiet until I found out. I don't know about football. I mean, I know about football hooligans, right? They used to be my favourite part of football, really, because they are such sad fucks, aren't they? Right? Because you get one lot of football hooligans at one end of the pitch like this, thousands of them, and they're sort of going, ooh, gonna fucking get you, gonna fucking have you, gonna fucking get you, gonna fucking have you. And you get the other lot at the other end of the pitch, and they're going like this, ooh, gonna fucking get you, gonna fucking have you, gonna fucking get you, because they nick each other's material, right, you know. And this goes on for about like half hour. Ooh, gonna fucking get you, gonna fucking have you. And then they break and they charge at each other, don't they? Ah! And they get about 10 feet apart and this invisible force field appears. You fucking bastard. Ooh, you bastard. Where's the old Bill? They should be here by now. And you get one copper running amongst thousands of them and they're going, you lucky bastard, I was gonna fucking... If he hadn't turned up, you were dead. They're my favourite bit of football, they are. I love them to bits. But other than that, nothing about football. Next question.
Have you ever paid for sex?
Have I ever paid for sex? Only emotionally. Yes, leave your tears on the dresser as you leave. No, I've never paid for sex and that. There are some people that say prostitution should be legalised because the whole it's out there. It's out there, isn't it? Prostitution, the sex industry. It's a huge industry. You got these magazines like Playboy, Playgirl, and somebody's bringing out a magazine for men that can't get it up called Play-Doh. Next question. When are you going to do the Daz advert? When am I going to do the Daz advert? What, do you think it's some sort of like timeshare for sort of London accent? You what, bruv? Do Daz, then Grease. Well, surely the Daz would remove the grease. Thank you. No, it was crap. Quick but crap. That's my catchphrase, ladies and gentlemen. Or is that my sex life? So, some of the guys told me I should get a catchphrase, right? Because I've been doing stand-up now for 7 years. And they said to me, you've got to get a catchphrase. Everybody has a catchphrase. All comedians have catchphrases. Get a catchphrase. So I worked it in on the tour. Last couple of gigs on the tour, I tried this catchphrase out. I'll try it on you tonight. And it's never mind, eh? That's my catchphrase. What do you think on that as a catchphrase? Shit. Somebody say shit. See, I thought that was a shame. Never mind. I thought that's quite a good catchphrase. Never mind, right? 'Cause people pick up on that, right? And I thought they could use it on News at 10 and lighten things up a bit. Do you know what I mean? You know, you have Trevor McDonald on there. Mortar bomb attack, Sarajevo, 54 dead. Never mind, eh? So it's all very painless, asking questions. We can crack on. Next question.
What did you do before you were a comedian?
What did I do before I was a comedian? Sorry? Well, this gang didn't hear that. Sorry, what was that, Max? It's good. We want to share it. Sorry? I did this. Actually, that's quite clever, isn't it? Right, I'll relay it now, because timing's a bit poor now, isn't it? If you try and... Well, let's set it up again, right? Right? Okay, if we can get a shot of the... Could you put your hand up, the lady who asked a question? There you are. So we need a shot. Don't answer immediately, because we've got to wink the cameraman. So... Okay, love, so ask your question.
What did you do before you became a comedian?
Okay, now the guy turns around with the camera. Can we have the cameraman back round this way now, please? There you go. Sorry, I had a bit of trouble hearing, didn't I? That's why you're not on sound, obviously. And now, can we have the guy put his hand up there who asked the thing? There, he's at the back there. You got him? Okay, so you do... We'll edit the gap out later, so... Ready? Do your line. Work up to it. Ready? This. Now, what we'll do in the edit... is we'll say, what's the best thing that's ever happened to you in your life? The power of video, yes. What did I do? Loads of jobs before I was a comedian. I was in the building game. I was in the building game for a while. I used to be a spy. Fuck off, I was, right? I was a spy. I was a double agent. I used to work for the Russians, right? And what they do, right, they phone me up and they go, Lee, right, because I wasn't using my code name, obviously, right? I was using my real name, using my code name to sign on. So yes, I used to be a spy, right? And they said to me, they phoned me up and they said, Lee, we want you to do a secret mission for us. We want you to get us a photograph of the US stealth bomber, the invisible plane. And I thought, invisible plane, photograph, fucking result. So I sent them a load of photos of my sister's wedding, right? And they phoned me up and they went, we can't see the plane. I went, it's fucking good, isn't it? Other jobs I had, I used to deliver fish for a living. I used to stand in a stream going, push, push. You'll not hear a better fish gag than that, ladies and gentlemen. Savour that moment. I used to work in a building society many years ago. I worked at Halifax. All plugged there. Maybe I'll get a discount. I did used to work with a Halifax building society, right? And I was like 17. It was one of my first jobs, right? And I go in there. And I'm sitting there, right? And I'm at the counter. I'm a cashier clerk, like spots everywhere, you know? I think I was put there to deflect the gunman. That was the idea. They come and go, give it. What the fuck is that? Fucking hell, get out. It could be contagious. Let's just get out of here. We're taking hostages. Leave the mincemeat behind. Fuck it, we don't... They do that. The manager, he's creeping around the office one day, right, doing his bits and pieces, and he just comes up to me and he said, listen, Lee, he said, I should have perhaps mentioned it. He said, but we do get robbed once in a while. And I thought, well, you never put that in a fucking advert, did you? Said career with prospects. Didn't say, and you could be shot. He goes, he said, don't worry, it's been proven 70% of armed raids are carried out with replica firearms. I'm like, that's gonna fucking help me. Guy comes in, hand over all the money. And I'm going, the odds are that's a toy. I have a graph here to prove it. Fuck me, if a guy come in like, with a hard-on, I'd give him the money and let him fuck off, you know. But no, building, I used to do building. I used to do a building job, and we lost the building job. The trade just went from it, right? It was something like 500,000 jobs in the building industry over a couple of years went like that, right? Nothing going on. And I don't entirely blame the government for that, though. 500,000 job losses there, you know. Because I don't know if you've noticed, ladies and gentlemen, there are an awful lot of buildings around. You get a builder, turn up to London and go, hello, I'm a builder. Sorry, mate, we've been done. Move on. Right, next question, because that was quite an odd one. If I'm not myself, who would I be? Either the one on top of me or underneath me. So, baby. So, who would I be? Fuck it. Who would I be? I think I'd be David Gower. That's who I'd be. The reason I'd be Dave, right, is Dave, he's such a cool guy, Dave. He's a really nice guy, so laid back. He's unreal, such a relaxed guy, enjoys life, yeah? And I thought, you can't help but be like relaxed in his company. I thought we should have sent him to Bosnia years ago to sort that shit out. He'd have nipped that in the bud, boom, like that, right? All the Serbs, Muslims and Croats have been in Sarajevo. David Gower, chill. Let's have another question. Let's try it downstairs at the back end there. Question from them. I'm pinning you down now. Sorry? When did I lose all my hair? It's just that weird. I love that expression, lose your hair, right? I haven't lost my hair. I know where it is. It just ain't on my fucking head. I started going bald when I was about 17, I guess. It was just after I started work at the Building Society. They can shoot you. Boom. The spots were forcing it out. You know, we're coming to take over, yeah. No, it was, I was about 17 and I started losing my hair. And you realise you're losing your hair when you're walking down the street and blokes go, oh, you're going fucking bald, mate. I don't know, after a while you start reading between the lines, you know. I was starting over, it never bothered me because it's like going through puberty, like, you know what I mean? It's a few years after that. It's just part of growing up if you lose your hair when you're young. And the thing is, it's just that weird thing. I started losing it. I thought, well, fuck it, I'm losing it. Nothing to do about it. Just crack on, right? And then you reach a point in your life where you're like now, where you've only got the choice of two hairstyles. Right? You can either have it cropped tight, like I've got it now, or you can start to consider the long comb-over effect. You know that fantastic hairstyle? You're running for a bus, your hair blowing gracefully in the wind, but only on the one side. Those geezers, right, they fucking make me laugh, right? They're living in denial, aren't they, right? They get 3 strands of hair, right, take it across the top, walk around town going, nobody knows I'm bald. I love to see these guys decorate their house, do you know what I mean? Get a tin of paint, a brush, 3 stripes on the wall, fuck it, that's that done. Men are scared about losing their hair. We've got bald guys here tonight. Hands up who's going bald. Yeah, respect in the house, brother. Straight up with hand. Yeah, no problem there. Very few guys put their hands up, right, and say that they're bald, which is strange, really, because we know who you are. Especially the people sitting behind you. Got one, slaps! I love it. There are 3 categories of response to that question. Hands up who's going bald. Bald guys straight away, proud, up with it. Yeah, no problem, I am bald. Then you get the guys who are like half bald and they're thinking, oh no, fuck it, I can't get away with it. Then you get category number 3. These are the guys I like, right? These are the guys sitting there, just starting to lose their hair. And they're sitting there with their girlfriends. They're under pressure now. They're thinking, I can't put my hand up to that question. Tracy doesn't realise I'm going bald. She fucking does. And to say men are scared about going bald, right? For one reason and one reason only. Men think to themselves, if I go bald, if I lose my hair, I'm not going to get a shag. Right? That is it, plain and simple. Blokes ain't walking around going, oh, cold? They're thinking, oh, very cold. frostbite, in fact. So these companies play on men's fears, right? And what they do, they have these adverts in papers and magazines, on radio now as well. They say, we can guarantee you a full head of hair using their latest hair transplant technology. Now, the way the hair transplant works is this, very simple. They take hair from the back of the neck and transplant it into the head. So for you to get a full head of hair, the back of your neck has got to be bigger than your head. And if the back of your neck is bigger than your head, you ain't going to get a fucking shag anyway. Fancy a dance, darling? Fuck off, Quasi. I got my own back on them, though. Right? I beat them at their own game, right? I went and got a hair transplant done, right? And it's a fucking good one, because you can't see it, can you? You'd never know, would you? You'd never ever know until I pointed it out, right? What have I done? I've had low little hairs transplanted into the palm of my hand, so that when I go like that, it feels like I've got a full head of hair. Mind you, when I wipe my arse, it's like Velcro. Worth the extra £5. So, let's have another question. Do bald men make better lovers? Well, I don't know, I've never slept with any. It's bullshit, isn't it, about bald men making better lovers? That's just a myth put around by bald guys trying to get a shag. As if a woman's in bed with a hairy guy and she goes, no, this is shit, cut it off. Oh, I don't know, no. Next question.
What's a wet patch on your shirt?
Your lucky night. That's sweat, dear. You know what I mean? Try and get some up sometime. And it's going to fuck up the continuity on the video, isn't it? You know what I mean? Wet, not wet. Wet, not wet. I don't know. I think Daz could get that out. What do you think? It's really weird, that whole wet patch thing, isn't it, you know? People, that's become such a common phrase in everyday language now, isn't it, wet patch? Obviously not when you're ordering a meal, right, you know. And I'm like, pâté de foie gras, wet patch, oh, I don't get in there. But the whole sexual thing, the thing about sex that does... Do you practice safe sex? You do, that's cool. 3 people, the rest of you going... The rest of you going, no, those animals are clean, we're okay with that. The reason I'm asking you is because there are various forms of contraception, right? And one of them is this. Germany have come up with this. I was told we had a German person in. Is that true? Somebody said, is the German person around? Right, there you are. So, short stay or just a reconnaissance? What are we looking at here? Heard this story from Germany. They said they were inventing... Shut the fuck up. It was not funny. That was my uncle. Germany inventing a new contraception, right? New male contraception. What it is, 2 electronic implants, 2 small electronic implants. They implant them into the seminal ducts so that when the man comes, it electrocutes the sperm. And I was thinking, hey, we'll all be queuing up for that one, won't we, guys? Electrocuting sperm. Can you imagine? You've got thousands of sperm down here on tiny sperm death row. Was the governor called? No, you're going to the chair, boy. Electrocuting sperm. How the fuck do you power this thing, right? Do you have to drag around a 12-volt heavy-duty car battery? There you are in a nightclub. You on the pool? Fucking right I am, yeah. I think it's a brilliant idea as contraception, electrocuting sperm, doesn't it? Because that means after sex there'll no longer be a wet patch, just a little pile of soot. No more laundry, just hoover those bedclothes. Now listen, I've got to make this appeal as well. Any women here use Femidoms? Yeah? Please stop using femidoms. All the women in the house, stop using femidoms if you use them, right? Because femidoms, they're a bit big and we find them quite intimidating. At a crucial moment, you whip out a femidom and we think, I can't satisfy her. They come in 3 sizes, small, medium, and not on a windy day. I think a contraceptive has crossed the line when you can take it down the park and use it as a stunt kite. In America, a sad story I heard a while back, they sacked their Surgeon General in America, right? Because it's like the top doctor in America. Because she said in this day and age of sexually transmitted diseases, what they should do is they should teach masturbation in class. And they went and sacked her for that. I thought it was a real shame, you know. Teaching masturbation in class is a really good idea, isn't it? For 2 reasons. Number 1, cut down on truancy. Number 2, if your dad catches you, you've got an excuse. What you up to, son? Just doing a bit of homework, Dad. Do you want to end with that? No, defeat the object, won't it? Yeah. Imagine being a poor teacher who has to teach masturbation in class. You'd be fucking knackered, wouldn't you? It's a double period this afternoon. I can't pick up the chalk. You're up at the blackboard. Who threw that, you dirty bastard? Get to the back, out of range. Trouble with teaching masturbation in class, right? I figure the real reason they banned it is they knew what would happen. You teach masturbation in schools, one day the PE teacher will have to cover the lesson. And you know what PE teachers are like? They want to compete against other schools. Every morning at school assembly, last night we took on Highbury Grove Secondary Modern. Came first. Let's have another question. My favourite Spice Girl? I fucking hate them. It's such a crock of shit, isn't it? It really is. You think people can genuinely sing and go, oh, fucking, look, they're up there, scary ginger, moose spice, fucking. I hate all those manufactured bands, I really do, right? You know, like Boyzone is the other example, isn't it? You know, Boyzone can get like 15,000 teenage girls in an auditorium screaming for 2 hours, and they get a career. I get one teenage girl in my bedroom screaming for 2 hours, I get arrested. Let's have another question. The worst chat-up line I've ever heard? Fucking hell. What, are you saying people chatting me up or other people chatting other people up? Whatever. No, narrow it down a bit. You sort of asked a question and then you lost interest yourself, didn't you? Sorry? People chatting me up? Fuck it, if a woman don't set light to her own head, I think I'm in. Fuck it. If I walk into a club, I just got to wrestle the matches out of her hand. I love you. Chat up line for me. No, I've never been chatted up. Do people use chat up lines? Or is that just a myth, isn't it? I don't think you use chat up lines. You just start to... I mean, guys have this situation where the burden of responsibility is still on the guy, even in this day and age, to try and chat up the woman, should we say, right? And it's quite awkward for us guys to do it. So I think you should give us some space. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we're thinking on our feet here now, you know, and we're normally on our feet and we're normally pissed. Like, it's not a time to think on your feet when you're fucking pissed, because most of the thoughts are going, if I go the other way, I'll be all right. If I go the other way, I'll be all right. Like, just maintain my centre of gravity. And there's a little bit of you going, but the women, well, if she's here, I can lean on her, for fuck's sake. Men do this thing where you go to a club and you do what used to be called the 2 minutes to 2 chat-up line, right? And it was this. Guys were going to a disco, right? They're getting about 8 o'clock, getting early, see all the talent coming in. So by 9 o'clock, it's still empty and you're fucked. But you're there all night, you pint lager, and you're seeing them coming in, you're like, oh, she's nice, she's nice, she's nice. It goes on all fucking night, you know what I mean? It's about as far as the guy goes, really, you know. This happens all night long, and then at 2 minutes to 2 in the morning, they put on the smoochy record. This is the guy's chance now. He doesn't really have to communicate much, does he? Time for the 2 minute to 2 chat-up line. It goes like this. Do you want to dance? No. All your mates are going, wanker! Oh, fuck off, at least I tried. It's weird, like you leave school at 16 and you're programmed for one thing only. You think, I've got to ask her to go out, I must ask her to go out. You're programmed, I must ask her to go out, I must ask her. It's like a Dalek, exterminate, exterminate. And you go, and you see a girl you like, you're 16, you see a girl you like. Instead of just going up to her and saying, would you like to go out, right? You don't, do you? At 16, you basically stalk her for about 6 months, don't you? She doesn't know you fucking exist, right? You do that one where you sort of casually pass by where she works, just on the off chance of bumping into her. Right, it's quite difficult for me. She was an air hostess. You can't look casual parachuting past the 747. All right. Just passing. So what happens is you stalk her about 6 months, you finally pluck up the codes, and it's just like the 2 minutes to 2 chat-up line. You finally go up and say, would you like to go out? She goes, no. And you think, well, that's it, isn't it? My life is over. Might as well open my wrists and end it. Get in the bath, do the Greek thing. That is the end of it, right? And then you hit 30, and you go past 30, and things change. You see a woman you like, you go straight up to her. Would you like to go out? No. Would you like to go out? No. Would you like to go out? No. Would you like to go out? I've got to have another sip. I've got to tell you, I don't. I'm drinking water by the bucket load here. I don't actually drink. I used to drink when I was younger. I don't drink now. I'm teetotal. I'll tell you why I don't drink. Years ago, when I was 15, I was down at the caravan with my mum, my dad, and my nan, and we went over to the social club the night before, and I got absolutely rat-arsed, right? Although I must admit, I've never fully understood that as an expression. You know, legless I can understand. Legless drunk, stumble about, can't walk. Rat-arse drunk, long tail, furry bum. I mean, if you did get rat-arsed, it ain't worth the risk, surely, you know. Wake up in the morning, Jesus Christ! My pants don't fit. Oh, fuck, a cat. So all I remember is being in a bedroom, right, in the middle of the night, being in the toilet, being violently sick, waking up in bed in the caravan in the morning. So we're outside the front of the caravan next day. My old man, he's sitting on a deck chair, and I'm sitting on those little steps of the caravan next to him, right? Lovely sunny day, and I'm sitting there like this. Oh, my head. Oh, my head. Ages my old man, he don't say a word. All of a sudden he goes, do you remember much about last night then? I went, oh, no, Dad. No, don't remember much about last night. So you don't remember calling your nan a cunt then? And that's a true story, I'm ashamed to say. That's pretty much why I don't drink there, you know. After that, it became my dad's party trick, you know. Give Lee a pint, bring in an elderly relative, this'll be a lot. For years, I've tried to work it out how I called this to my nan, right? I mean, she was about 81 at the time, which makes it worse somehow, right? I mean, I've never had the guts to ask me dad what happened, yeah? I certainly never had the guts to ask me nan. How do you broach that subject? You know what I mean? Nan! The cunt business. All I can imagine, I've tried to work it out myself. The only scenario I can imagine is I'm staggering through to the toilet, right? And she's sitting there, all grey-haired and granny-like, right? And she's just looked up, a little bit concerned, and she's gone, "You all right, boy?" And I've gone, "You fucking cunt." I mean, it had to be as simple as that, didn't it, right? I mean, she was 81. I can't believe she wound me up. I can't believe I'm staggering through the toilet and she's gone, "Ooh, you're shit." Ah! She's brilliant, my nan. She's so old now. She's really, really old. And you visit her when you can, right? And you know when you visit your nan, you always know you've got the right house, don't you, when you visit your nan? Because your nan's TV is always a tad too loud, isn't it? You make that surprise Sunday morning visit, you open the door. It's on nan volume, isn't it? This is a special button only nans know about. None of us can get it that high. You've come a long way, you try again. You've got guys driving past with huge sound systems going, enough respect, Ran. I swear to God, I flew over to New York. The pilot came over the tannoy. Please fasten your safety belts. We may experience some turbulence as we're about to fly over some sheltered accommodation. She's brilliant. I visited her recently, and after the visit, I'll be honest with you, I felt a bit sick. Right? So my nan's very old now. What happened? She made me a cup of tea and biscuits. Right now, the cup of tea's okay. My nan knows how to make a nice cup of tea. Right? Very old, a lot of experience. 2 World Wars. She knows. The problem is the biscuits. Now, I don't know about your nans, right, but my nan's biscuits are not exactly fresh. You know, they're soft before you dip them in your tea. And they're hairy as well. Well past their shave-by date, you know. What do you do, right? You have to eat them, don't you? You can't say, hey, Nan, fuck off with the furry food. Mind you, once you've called her a cunt, it's a done deal, really, isn't it? So you have to eat them, and you're eating them, and you're thinking, oh, fuck, you know. And I'll be honest, they're tickling as I go down, right, you know. It's not pleasant. I'm eating them like that, and I'm thinking, fucking, why didn't you die during the Blitz? Fucking... Fuck off, I have to eat her biscuits, fuck it. So I'm eating them, right, and then afterwards I felt really sick, right. And the ironic thing is, I don't even like biscuits, right. The only biscuit I've got any time for is hobnobs, right. They're fantastic hobnobs, right? They're the best, aren't they? Dark chocolate hobnobs, best biscuits in the world. Because you get your cup of tea, don't you? You get your dark chocolate hobnob. You go up to your cup of tea. Half your cup of tea's gone. You go back up, don't you? Boom, it's empty. They're like the Lillettes of the biscuit world. She's so great, my nan, right? She still gets out and about despite her age. Last year, my nan out on a pensioners' demo, right? Fucking excellent. 5,000 pensioners marched on Parliament. 300 of them got there. It was uphill and windy, you know. One of them saw a post office open, you know what they're like. I didn't go myself, but I'd love to go out on a pensioners' demo, just for the chanting. Be brilliant, wouldn't it? What do we want? Eh, pardon? When do we want it? I'm 92, you know. I do love old people, though, because I intend to be one day. And my favourite old person story was the Midlands. They had this guy, 102, right? And they said he celebrated his 102nd birthday along with his 82-year-old son. Now, I already think that's quite funny. Being 82 and still having a dad. Do you reckon he still treats him like a kid? Don't slouch. I can't help it, I'm 82. Have you tidied your room? I can't get up the stairs. Must have more water. We got any parents in? Yeah? How old are your kids? 2. Have we got anybody with kids that are about 8, 9, 10 years of age? Yeah? I want to know if you're carrying on this tradition, which is that, I don't know if you had this when you were a kid and your mum and dad have a row and they're no longer talking to each other. And through no fault of your own, you become the United Nations. You have to act as the go-between. Starts off like this, doesn't it? Lee, go and ask your dad if you want some dinner. Dad, Mum says, do you want some dinner? Tell her no, I don't want no dinner. He says, no, he don't want no dinner. Tell him if he don't have his dinner now, he ain't getting no dinner. She said, if you don't have your dinner now, you ain't getting no dinner. Tell her I don't want no dinner, I'm going up to the chip shop. He said he don't want no dinner, he's going out to a chip shop. And after a while, I started getting bored with it, right? Then all of a sudden, it dawned on me, hang on a minute. I have the power. I'll have a bit of fun. Waited for the next round to break out. Lee, go and ask your dad if he wants some dinner. Dad, Mum says, can she have a parrot? Tell her no, she can't have a parrot. Dad says, no, you can't have a parrot. What does he mean, I can't have a parrot? What do you mean she can't have a parrot? Tell her, if I say she can't have a parrot, she can't have a parrot. He says, if he says you can't have a parrot, you can't have a parrot. Tell him, if I want a parrot, I'm going to fucking have a parrot. Anyway, we've got a parrot now. I've got to give you some advice before I go. My advice would be never, ever smart mouth the old Bill out on the street. Have we got any police in tonight? Yeah. We have? Right, yeah. Guy there booing. You can have him, all right? He's a lot easier to get to than me, right? Could be messy. What is your, where do you work? Hackney. Fucking hell, that's close. That's the next borough. I'm dead. And what rank are you? Sergeant, hey, 2 steps up from a grass. Well done. I'm only kidding, don't hurt me. The thing I'm going to say, because actually it's a bonus for you guys, is the idea is never ever smart mouth the old Bill out on the street, right? Because these guys, at the end of the day, these guys have got the final word, right? Never smart mouth them. It's a world of pain waiting for them. I'm driving along late one night, cop pulls me up. Comes swaggering over. Can you get out of the car? I said, yeah, but I was going to wait till I got home. I was pleased with that one, yeah. Anyway, he hit me. I figure I'm losing this point, right? So I get out of the car. He goes, been drinking, have you? I says, no, I don't drink. And then I told him about calling me Nana cunt, you know. I didn't really need to, you know. But I thought, if you can stand face to face with old Bill and legitimately use the word cunt, you're going to fucking take it, ain't you? You're laughing, he's going, yeah, I've got you. You're in the phone book, yeah? So he goes, I said, no, he says to me, you don't drink? I said, no, I'm teetotal. He goes, teetotal? Oh, yeah. Breathe on me. I thought, 27,000 coppers in London, and I get the pervy one. So we're out on the street, and it's like this. And it was really embarrassing, right? You know, especially as he'd made me kneel down. Somehow he knew I wasn't drunk, clearly the training, and he's annoyed now, because if the old Bill, you'll back me up on this, if the old Bill pull you up to drink driving and you're not drunk, they get the right arsehole, don't they? You go, sod it, I'll go to plan B, I'll check your tyres. 1, 2, 3, 4, bollocks, he's got them. Not a clever copper, this one. Right? Now he's really not, right, because he can't get me on anything at all, but they hate that. If they can't get you on nothing, they have to have the last word, don't they? So as I go to drive off, he goes, tidy that glove compartment up. We've got a couple more minutes, a couple more questions.
Have you ever taken drugs?
Have I ever taken drugs? Yeah, fucking going to answer, haven't I? I bet he has. But only for resale. I mean, no matter what I say, you ain't going to believe me. If I say I haven't taken drugs, you're going to go, you're in showbiz, you must have taken drugs. But I haven't taken drugs, right? I'm not a big drug fan. I don't hold with drugs at all. I mean, you hear these weird stories about drug dealers and all that sort of shit, you know. I mean, do you have the dogs? Do the dogs stay in the police station who hunt down the drugs? They don't. Where do they come? Where do you get them? Someplace south of the river. All right. So how do they get home late at night, like, you know? Dog's going up a cab. Give us a lift, mate. Sorry, I was having a river. And to be honest, you're a fucking dog, you know. 25 years ago, they signed a petition to legalise cannabis, and they're doing it again next week because they forgot to hand the last one in. Next question.
What's the funniest thing that happened when they think it's all over?
The funniest thing that happened when they think it's all over? I guess... Let me think. There was a part that was cut out, which you won't know about, which I'll tell you about. It was in the field of Sportsman bit, right? Myself and Dave Gower were standing up there, and what's supposed to happen is the first Sportsman comes on, stands in the middle kind of thing, as you know, and we find out who they are, just in case you don't know. And what happens is that at the end of the 90 seconds, we hadn't worked out who it was, right? Because you probably noticed by now, me and Dave are fucking crap at it, right? And so Nick says, take your blindfolds off. So I took my blindfold off, and there was Johnny Herbert, the Grand Prix driver. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't have a fucking clue who he was. Right? But I just stood looking at him like that, right? Dave Gower, he's on the other side. He took his blindfold off, and he went, ah, he didn't fucking know who it was either. I mean, as far as I was concerned, right, when blindfold came, there's a small bloke with a crash helmet. I thought, have the pizzas arrived? Is that... so, what's happening? Anyway, this is what's happening. So we're standing there. Like I say, what's supposed to happen is a little cross on the ground. I stand there, Dave stands there, right? Then on comes a mystery sports person, supposed to stand in the middle. Then when they say first sportsman, go forward, grab hold of them, try and work out who it is. Now, unbeknownst to us, right, as we're blindfolded, he's got a bottle of champagne as a prop. Grand Prix drivers have champagne, right? And unbeknownst to us as well, he shook the champagne up. So what's happened is, when Nick's gone, Phil the Sportsman, I've got to move forward. Johnny Herbert, he's backed off, let the champagne go. So you can imagine, there's like 300 people in the studio. I'm feeling vulnerable, I'm blindfolded, right? Not even paying for it. And far more people than are normally there. And well, it's normally just me, to be honest with you, you know. So I take this step forward. He's let the champagne go, and suddenly, boof, all this fucking wet just hits me. So I just turned around and went, is it Rory having a wank? Now, for some reason, that never made it to the final edit. But that's what happened there. There was another occasion, and I think it's all over again, in the first Sportsman round, where we had Redgrave and Pinsent on, the two rowers, right? And this is possibly my most embarrassing moment in the world ever, I guess. Because I don't know if anybody remembers the incident, but you got Redgrave and you got Pinsent, and an incident occurred, right? So we're out there, and blindfolds on, Phil the Sportsman. So I've gone, grabbed hold of what turned out to be Steve Redgrave's shoulder, moved around the back, then it's Pinsent's there, Matthew Pinsent. So there's two of them, right? So I figure, there was a prop or something or other, and I work out very quickly that it's rowers. So I figure it's got to be Redgrave and Pinsent, right? And I'm only about 15 seconds in. I thought, I can't let the cat out of the bag yet. I'll have to do some gags or something. So I thought, what I'll do a Coxless Pears joke. This proved to be me undoing, right? This is where the incident occurred, right? I centre myself at the side here, blindfolded, and I work out where I am. I drop my left hand to the frontal lower lycra area of Stephen Redgrave, right? Now, that's where the incident occurred. Now, all I'm guessing, I'm blindfolded, right? Either Steve took half a step forward, or I took half a step back, or who knows, perhaps Steve was just a little bit excited. The upshot of it was, I suddenly had a handful of Stephen Redgrave, right? In front of 10 million viewers, I had Stephen Redgrave's bollocks cupped in my hand. And trust me, the cup runneth over. It was at this point I worked out how they won the gold medal, do you know? I reckon they're rowing down the course, and Mary's going, Steve, they're catching up. He's gone, don't worry. Smashing the other boats in half as they try and overtake. Don't worry, if there's an inquiry, they'll put it down to sea monsters. Yeah. Forget Linford Christie, ladies and gentlemen. This man is a fucking god, I'm telling you. I don't know why he bothers rowing. Shove your cock through the bottom of the boat, Steve, and push yourself along.
That's all from me. See you later. Take care.
What's the best thing that's ever happened to you in your life?
This.